Jamie Mathers joined now by Ashley Oltjenbruns. They call her OJ. I've had Francesca on. Of course, she's Franny, and Nicole, and she goes by Nikki. So is OJ just because it's too hard to say Oltjenbruns in the cheers, or what?
That's part of it. They say that my name looks like you fell asleep at the typewriter, so yeah.
We got that across the screen here, right? Ross, I'm sure, can make that happen. All right, senior year coming into things. Let's start on the field. You've moved into that third base spot after being the designated hitter. What's that change been like for you?
It's been a good change. I feel comfortable at third. I just need to pretend like there's no one behind me if I make a mistake. So just need to go in there playing my game.
And when's the last time you played third base before coming off the bench this year, or changing positions, I should say?
It hasn't been since last year, mid-season, I'd say.
So was it tough getting back into it?
No, I enjoyed it. I took it as a challenge. I wanted to win my spot back all year, so.
What's it like mentally approaching a game? I mean, I'm sure you hear baseball players and stuff talk about that mental approach. When you're a DH, there's only so much you can do, and maybe you're pressing a little bit much when you are at bat. Mentally, how's things changed where you have to really be on the ball, both the top and back end of the inning?
Well, I feel like it's easier when you're playing third. You have no chance to get distracted in the dugout, so you're just thrown in there, and before a game, try to relax. Don't take it too serious, otherwise you'll get tense. So.
Has it affected your hitting?
I think it helps because, like I said, you stay in the game better. You see the pitching more often. You don't get distracted by the other girls in the dugout.
There's a lot of seniors around that diamond. First, second, behind the plate, third. What do you bring to the table as far as talking to the pitchers and when you guys get together between the circle?
Well, I'm one of the quiet seniors on the team, I'd say. But I feel like the pitcher and I have a bond, so I go over and talk to her if she needs help. Just cheer her on throughout the game.
All right, you guys are making your run. You are the #1 seed in the regionals. You lost both your games in the conference championship, just like last year. So it's funny what's coming together. Of course, the national championship last year. How are you and your teammates feeling looking forward to this sub-regional, I guess they call it?
We're excited. We aren't worrying about what happened last weekend. We're just focusing on the future. We know last weekend didn't really matter. We're #1, obviously, so that didn't hurt us. We're just going to come out, play our game, and hopefully go all the way.
Now, Coach Cheek's going to come on a little later in the show. Now, I mean, I know Coach Cheek's a win-win-win guy, but honestly, knowing you guys, it wasn't the end of the world if you lost down at the CC2A Championship. Did you guys know that going in? Did he let off the accelerator at all, or was it business as usual?
It was still business as usual, always. Every game we take seriously. But no, we went in there playing our game, trying to play our game. We didn't try to force anything. And it didn't come out too well, but we are looking forward to this weekend, and we get to pay back to Sonoma.
A team obviously you're familiar with. You've split with them, won 3, lost 3. They gave you your first loss there in the tournament last weekend. How confident are you taking on Sonoma State at your place?
We're really confident. Just like last year, we got to pay back San Bernardino, and this year we're just as confident we'll do the same.
Okay, now team-wise, last year you lose the 2, and like I said, I just cover the team. I'm not in the dugout. I don't know you girls as well as, obviously you know each other, but it seemed like there was a lot of panic. Here was, Lizzie's senior year, and everything had come together, and you guys had this perfect season. It looked like you guys were falling apart at the wrong time, and a lot of panic. But this year, what you learned from last year, how's the mindset different getting ready for regionals?
Last year, we went into the first game really tense. This year, we know we need to go in and relax, play our game, don't force anything. And I think this year we're older, we're more experienced, we know what it takes to get to the end. So I think we have an advantage compared to the other teams.
All right, Ashley, you're going to be a senior, you're going to wrap up your career here. What are you going to miss most about your teammates and Frank Cheek?
That's a hard one. About my teammates, I'm going to definitely miss how close we are. We're like sisters, we're always together, so I'm going to miss that bond that we have. With Coach, I can say I'm not going to miss the yelling, but throughout the 4 years, it's definitely made us stronger, and I think that's something that will carry through my my future.
How far have you come? Do you remember showing up? I mean, here you're from what, Rancho Cucamonga, down there, kind of LA, San Bernardino. I mean, that's a world away from Humboldt State, which is the case with a lot of people who come here. But as you reflect and you look back, being a young freshman, came up here, recruited by Frank Cheek, how have you changed over these years?
I'm definitely more confident in myself. You can't go out there and show that you're vulnerable. You have to be strong. You have to show people what you can do and prove it. So I think it's a strong lesson from freshman year to senior year that I've learned.
And I doubt you'll have any bosses, no matter what you do, quite like Coach Cheek. So it'll always kind of be easy, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, you said you want to go into fashion. We're talking off the air, fashion industry. Is that what you're going for?
Yes, it is. I'm going home and going to school right away in the summer and try to make my own way, not necessarily following any path, but hopefully in the future you'll hear me.
And you're all set there. She's well dressed. She's ready to go. But I mean, that you know, a softball player from Humboldt, you wouldn't think the fashion industry. Has this been something you've always had an eye on, or why fashion?
Well, I've always had a passion for it, but I never really thought of a future in fashion. And just not too long ago, it kind of hit me that it's something I want to do.
All right, what did you learn from your HSU experience that's going to help you in the fashion industry?
That's hard to say coming from Humboldt, but it'll make me more realistic in what I design. You know, not everyone's dressed up all the time. They want to be comfortable, so I'll take that with me.
All right, now I'm gonna show my nerdiness in a little bit here. I mean, is this gonna be like LC in the Hills? I mean, is this what we're talking about, fashion school?
Not quite. She's got a lot of support behind her. Kind of got that free ride, but I'll have to work quite a bit harder than her, I feel.
Well, now that you're doing TV, maybe you could have your own reality show. What do you think?
I think I'll keep my privacy.
Any chance of you maybe designing some new unis for the Lady Jack softball team? There's an idea, you know.
Yeah, I actually made our sweat outfit, so got a future in it.
There you have it. Hey, Ashley, thank you so much for coming by the show. Ashley Oltjenbruns, we tracked her down, another senior of that great recruiting class by Frank Cheek that's already got one national championship. Frank Cheek, speaking of the devil, he's coming up next.
Ignite your senses with the warmth of a wood, gas, or pellet stove from Schaefer's Ace Hardware. In Schaefer's Stove Department, select the style of stove that fits your lifestyle before the weather gets cold. Vermont Casting Stoves. They're not only beautiful, but an efficient heating solution for your home. Let Schaefer's Ace Hardware give you a demonstration and show you the full line of wood-burning and gas stoves by Vermont Castings. On sale now at Schaefer's Ace Hardware in Friendly Henderson Center, Eureka.
In today's world, it can be hard to keep up with all the changes we're facing. But one thing that will never change is Coast Central Credit Union's commitment to Northern California. Whether you need to reduce debt, remodel, or have found your perfect dream home, our local experienced member loan services officers are here to help. Isn't it time you joined? Belonging never felt better. Coast Central Credit Union.
When you're enjoying the great Pilsner taste of a Miller Lite, do you ever think about the way it's triple hops brewed? I mean, you're out there with a few friends, drinking a Miller Lite. Does the fact that we add hops at 3 different times during the brewing, instead of all at once, ever cross your mind? Yeah, that's what we thought. But go ahead and enjoy that great taste anyway. Triple hops brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less